Thursday, January 11th. Kyle, we both have backwards hats on right now. We never really know what's going to happen, but that always means we're about to get something done. Talking about new vehicle sales and new... I wasn't even going to get it.
You weren't going to get there.
It's the state of my brain.
Sometimes it happens.
Also going to talk about a new truck revealed at CES from VinFast. And yesterday we said, where's the NASA article? Today is the NASA article.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're going to talk about space for a minute. Just get over it. You know,
that is. Kyle, fix your hat. It's crooked. And you're going to be like, my hat was crooked. There you go.
There's my hat. It's crooked.
I'm always self-conscious that my hat is crooked because
I know.
I've seen a number of
always
pictures
like,
where it's like little sideways. Good morning, everybody on the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of our morning. We hope you leave the show a little bit energized. If you're just listening on the podcast version, we live stream it every day. And if you're watching on the live stream, head over to Spotify, head over to Apple Music, and search the Automotive Troublemaker, or just search ASOTU. It'll come up. Subscribe to the show. Leave a comment. Let people know what you think. That's how community and the internet work.
He said that's how the internet works. You have to leave comments if you want the internet to work.
You kind of do. We do have a new episode of our Auto Collabs podcast, Auto Collabs. It's called Charging Forward. Yes, that's a pun, with Elena Ciccotelli. This has been one of my favorite episodes in a long time because, first of all, we just kind of all connected right out of the gate. There was a little roast going on, and we were like, hey, we only roast the people that we like.
There were some good jabs. The interview got flipped a couple times. I think all of us fell out of our seat and started laughing, for a solid minute. It was great. So
for sure. I mean, Elena, she has her own podcast called EVs for Everyone. So like when Kyle says it got flipped, she starts asking us questions. We're like, wait, whose show is this anyway? Right?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, well, let's get into some news today. So a new report came out. The U.S. new vehicle inventory saw a significant surge in December, hitting a 3-year high, while EVs are seeing a long-predicted slowdown. This was a Cox Automotive report. So basically, new vehicle inventory in the U.S. rose by over 200,000 in December, pumping out more than 2.7 million units. Obviously, a big increase from last year when all the talk was, the deal. But this is the highest inventory level in 3 years. So not just the last 2 low inventory years or chip shortage years. This is actually the 3-year high. So it's a 71-day supply is what that. Remember the 7-day supply?
The 7-day supply was some that had negative day supplies. Remember that back in the day?
It was like literally like 10 months ago.
It's unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy?
Changes. Well,
like NADA last year. Holy crap.
A 71-day supply isn't the worst, right?
It feels like
it's being dragged down by.
It feels responsible.
It feels responsible. There's enough inventory. I talked to a couple dealers the first half of this month, and they've said like, hey, December new cars was good because we just had them to sell. It was easier to just go from I want this car to I have this car. And so that there is a benefit to having some level of day supply, but I'm watching because I bet you we get them Q1 reports and it's going to be like,
well, EV inventories also have increased in supply more rapidly than ICE vehicles, ending the year at 113-day supply. So compared to 69 days for combustion models. So a total of 317,000 EVs were sold in Q4, compared with the 313 in Q3, only a 1.3% increase. EVs constituting 7.6% of the U.S. market, up from 5.9% in 2022. So still growing.
That's almost 2% market share. Like that's pretty good for a year, I
mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this next year, right? Because last year the curve was growing quickly. This year, a lot of talk about the curve leveling off. However, there's just a lot more EVs to buy. We're going to see some incentives. We're going to see some, motivators, we'll call it.
Yep.
And,
I'm interested to see what the real impact of putting the money on the hood of so many of these vehicles is here in Q1.
Can we say putting it in the frunk now?
Yeah, putting it in the frunk. Yeah. We'll see if there's like an actual impact to, do consumers know about it? Is it easier for the dealer to drive these things off their lot? Do we lower it at market day supply? Or is it just like, hey, there's not enough buying demand out there, and so all of a sudden we're, still in the same position, just the dealers are waiting on the money from the feds? I didn't say it.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to find that out really soon. I'm sure there'll be a lot of talk about that.
There's going to be a lot of talk about that at NADA, without a doubt.
In Las Vegas. Speaking of things happening in Las Vegas.
Hey.
CES is still going on. If you didn't hear us mention it 3,000 times, EV manufacturer VinFast revealed a pickup concept slated for potential 2026 U.S. launch alongside their VF3 microcar. Talking about expanding their EV lineup. The pickup we alluded to it earlier in this week, but I don't think we knew about it before then. So it's called the VF Wild. And the VF Wild concept is a mid-sized pickup. Think, Nissan Frontier with a flexible bed that can be extended into the rear of the cab through a power folding midgate. That's a cool feature.
It is really cool. Yeah.
And maybe produced at their North Carolina plant, likely near their first dealer, by the way. VinFast chairwoman Leithy Thuthoy said that the VF Wild is still only a concept and the design may change based on input from U.S. dealers. They also confirmed the VF3 microcar, that little micro machines, way cooler than a Swatch car.
Yeah.
Sub $20,000. Production's expected to begin later this year. So that's coming. That is coming.
That's good news. I think that we need to see that and just see, does it increase adoption? You look at the concept, it's actually a really cool concept. I would say that it's between. Yeah. It's kind of like in between full on concept and actual vehicle. I can see it hitting the market, It reminds me of
what's that Toyota? What's that Toyota that's got that rounded? It's like a truck. It's got the rounded back. Looks very off-roady. Is very eclectic. What the heck's that thing called?
You mean the Chevy Avalanche?
No. It looks. The pickup truck might look like the Avalanche. I'm talking about that little VF3.
Oh, the VF3. I got you.
What's the? I'm gonna find that out while we're going. It's the Toyota thing. It looks like it's got the rounded back. It looks like a little military vehicle. It's got the worst. No, it's got the worst blind spots in the world. It's pretty big on the outside. On the inside,
I don't know what you're talking about. Man, my Toyota game is off. I apologize.
Oh my goodness! All right, I'm gonna figure that out. Yeah. By the time we get there, but without a doubt, hey, this new type of small vehicle, especially a sub $20,000 EV. I mean, we don't even have a sub $20,000 anything right now.
Anything, actually. Yeah.
I didn't even think about this. Is this going to be the only passenger
that got
vehicle?
a race this summer? It was gone.
Is this really going to be the only sub $20,000 passenger vehicle?
It's like your new starter car. Your new teen gets an EV for Christmas.
Here comes. We're going to get back to we'll never get back to a $99 a month payment.
No, that's not happening.
That's when you have the $9,000 new car. Not getting there. No. I don't have any idea how to transition
Speaking
from that
of things that aren't cheap.
Okay.
Segue.
Time. I'm still trying to think of that Toyota car, but go ahead.
NASA and a private company are setting its sights on the moon with a series of commercial lunar payload services designed to build moon infrastructure through private companies. So the first lander launched aboard a brand new rocket from a company called United Launch Alliance, which is owned by Lockheed Martin and Boeing. The Vulcan rocket was successfully powered to orbit. It was really cool. I actually watched the launch.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Nathan probably watched the launch.
I know. Yeah. So the engines were built by Blue Origin, though, the Bezos company.
Amazon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not an Amazon company, but it's Bezos.
It's
basically
SpaceX isn't a Tesla company either.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, the Peregrine lander, the actual lander from Pittsburgh company Astrobotic, suffered what's called a propulsion anomaly due to a stuck valve, making a soft landing on the moon impossneeded. So mission failed, but they did get the thing into orbit. It's just
they learned a lot
that couldn't get to needed to go to the ground, couldn't go to the ground. So the thing is carrying physical Bitcoin, a memorial spaceflight human remains, including Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, and
I did hear about that.
I did hear about
that. I mean, why not? Final Frontier.
There you go. Yep. They are coming out with more February 9th. They've got a SpaceX Falcon headed out there, and no commercial company still has yet to land on the moon.
And some people would argue no one has ever landed on the moon. But
we'll
we don't talk about things like that on this show.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. So I random, but I know I actually know Buzz Aldrin's grandson.
What's his name?
I just lost it. You had to ask me that. I played tennis with him in high school.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Give him a call. See what he thinks. Get him on the show. That's how we work.
There you go.
Hey, I know space is always one of those things that like is just so to me so like wondrous. You think of like all the space out there. I'm reading the Elon Musk book right now. I've been posting about it a little bit, and what it takes to get a rocket out of the atmosphere is unbelievably complicated. It is way more complicated than any other planet, and it's a miracle that it even happens. So like when these things blow, well, they have all these smart people on it. No, it's that difficult.
Yep, exactly.
Hence rocket science.
If you have nothing else to do today, you got something to talk about with your customers, with your employees, all that. You got NASA to talk about.
And I remembered what it is. The vehicle. FJ Cruiser.
Yeah, it kind of gives that vibe off.
The VF Wild reminds me of a shrunken down FJ Cruiser. So there you go. I'm so glad I got that before the show because I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Otherwise, hey, get out there, have an amazing day. And whether you're looking in space or looking at your customers, make sure you take care of people, will you?